So I've got curious, and a lot of my stuff ties in with what Flavian and Kathy said about speaking to specific customers. One of them in particular, I started the conversation 2 weeks ago, just trying to sit down and understand some of the issues that are going on and what we can do to help. I tend to listen very well, but I think I need to ask more questions, right? Just to delve deeper, make sure I'm understanding things correctly. So that's my plan for the next 2 weeks, to sit down with those two folks.
My primary one is, like many people, be more curious, ask more questions, and I think what really hit home today for me was the type of questions. More the what questions and how does that make you feel, and play it back more into them and what do they expect, as opposed to, I tend to, in my job, just talk about the subject matter of, what exactly does the system have to do. I want to get more the person I'm talking to more involved in the conversation as to what does it mean to you, how does it affect you, that kind of thing, and show more vulnerability again, because quite often I feel in my role in certain situations they look to me as the one with all the answers, and I certainly don't have all the answers. And so I don't want to portray that. I want to show by asking questions that I don't have all the answers, that I still have lots of learning.
But that, can I just jump in? That's a very hard thing to do sometimes, because
Shift video.
we're consultants, right? At the end of the day,
Yeah.
And one of the things that Margaret has, and it's an ongoing thing, is that we send her in with Charnjit or Eva, whoever, as kind of the best, right? The best of the best, and they're supposed to have the answers. And I think what we discussed this earlier today is, I think it's going to be very positive that we show that we're there to learn as well. Oh, we don't have all the answers, and we openly admit it, not just fake it.
With me, it's I brought it up this morning, but it's having a real conversation, having that personal aspect of it, and being curious with people. Try to be more curious, not just business-wise. Lots of times we go, okay, this got to be done, this got to be done, this got to be done, but there's a disconnect, and lots of times it's through same time or through emails. So it's more of a one-to-one conversation to have with people.
Okay, so the first thing which really was kind of an eye-opening, and I'm going to work on that, is servitors, like those two which I have got mainly on the higher side, to see how to, like, not for anybody else, for myself, to see that it's not always about winning each and everything, basically finding out whether I have done it right or not, and if I have not done it right, then what I can do in the future to make it right. And if I was right and the result was not fine, then I should be okay. I should not feel bad about that, and I do not also think too much that, okay, what others feel because I did not succeed that much. So that's the main thing I would say. The second is with today's morning conversation, the pause is going to be probably making lots of impact, because I probably need to listen more and understand, and then start providing my advice or suggestions.
Yes.
These are two main things.
Be curious is a topic, and along with that, that will assist me in clearing assumptions and to be able to connect and design alliance.
So the learning around mirror neurons was the big discovery for me, and the intuitive information. So my goal is to practice being in tune with my intuitive information by we'll start at home with trying to pick up on some energy and then try to voice it at first and then see what comes out of it.
Good.
So I said it's important to be able to really connect with the client above to be just able to listening to him.
Oh, a couple things. Not really short. Show you this little thing here.
Sure. No, go ahead.
First, I guess, very just top level. In my role, certainly Design Alliance. I do want to sit down with them. I think coming to an agreement or a new agreement on how to move forward, work slightly better is what we need to do, right? Not over and above just kind of the approach we have now, which is a meeting, kind of take it to the next level, understand what they want from us, and try and show them that we're here to help. And really, at the end of the day, we need their help we need their understanding in order to help them. Because I get the impression that I come across at times as knowing all the answers, and I don't, and I want to show a bit of our vulnerability that way. So that's the Design Alliance. The next one, the saboteurs thing, of course, is on the controlling side. I think my words and my actions probably won't change, but the way that I deliver them, I mean that in a very positive way. I think the way I deliver them, and I think the delivery needs to perhaps be modified a bit, and perhaps melded in with the conversation as to why I'm doing it, right? As opposed to just do it, right? Type of idea. And then lastly, I think with my core team, which is a lot of the people here, you know, my style is very open anyway. You know, I'm fairly pleased with my style, except you know, I'm taken the wrong way at times. But I think the vulnerability part is important, because although I do show a level of openness, I also want to show rigor and control, and that's just my impression of what a leader is in my role. I think I might want to just tone that down a bit and show people kind of the constraints that I have and that I'm imposing on them. So how I want to do that, I have weekly meetings with my core team. One of them is the Wednesday call. We can actually review a lot of the stuff that they have on it as well. I'm thinking that that's a good forum for my DPEs and my SDMs to review how their lists are going, myself included.